Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 17, text number 36. Punishment and Reward of Kali. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Śrīla Prabhupāda. O Your Majesty, though I may live anywhere and everywhere under your order, I shall but see you with bow and arrows wherever I look. Please repeat. O Your Majesty,
O Your Majesty,
though I may live anywhere and everywhere under your order, I shall but see you with bow and arrows wherever I look. The personality of Godhead could see that Maharaj Parikshit was the emperor of all the lands all over the world. And thus anywhere he might live, he would have to meet with the same mood of the king. The personality of Kali was meant for mischief, and Maharaj Parikshit was meant for subduing all kinds of mischief mongers, especially the personality of Kali. It was better, therefore, for the personality of Kali to have been killed by the king then and there, instead of being killed elsewhere. He was, after all, a surrendered soul before the king, and it was for the king to do what was required. So here we see the Kali, personality of Kali, who represents all the negative qualities of human beings: deceit, duplicity, lying, cheating, all the qualities of the degraded human being influenced by the modes of passion and ignorance. And he decides, I better surrender to this great Rajarishi. Parikshit Maharaj is the Rajarishi. Not only is a king, but he's self-realized. He's a pure devotee of the Lord. So the Lord always arranges for his devotees to rule the earth. Maharaj Prithu, another great king, he ruled the entire earth, the whole Bhumandala area where the sun's rays extend. And wherever there's a powerful king, then you cannot have rogues and rascals. Namam duskritina mudha prapadyante naradhama mayaya aparita jnana asuram bhavam ashritaha. 4 kinds of miscreants. The mudha, people who simply after sense gratification, material enjoyment, they're known as mudhas. They work very hard day and night simply to enjoy these senses. Naradama are those who are very sophisticated. They have engineering degrees, medical degrees, surgeons, philosophers, all these kinds of people who are very expert in manipulating the material energy, and they have material education, but they reject the existence of the Lord. Who needs God? God doesn't exist like that. Maya Parita Jnanas are those who may understand that there's something greater than them. Like the Advaitists. They say, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. Yes, the Brahman, I am Brahman, I am soul, I am not the body. Jagan Mithya, the universe is false. So this is incomplete knowledge. Yene ravindaksha vimuktimaninas toi ashtabhavad avishuddha buddhaya. Arura krichena parampadam tata patanti ado nadrita yushmadangaya. Sukadeva Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit in the 10th canto that those persons who think that they have attained the pinnacle of self-realization, Brahman realization, vimukti, they're always thinking how to get liberation, how to get moksha, how to be free from birth and death, old age and disease. Simply merge with the effulgence of the Lord. But they don't accept God. We're all just one, the oneness of everything. Brahma Jyoti. And Tvai Ashtabhavad Avishuddha Buddhaya. Their intelligence is very faulty. So Prabhupada says the whole world is overrun by Mayavadis. The Vadis, the people who promote this Maya, that form is Maya, desire is Maya, activity, everything is Maya. So I simply have to stop. Why don't you stop talking? So, Vishuddha Buddhaya, their intelligence is contaminated by this desire for moksha, and they're condemned by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as atheistic. Although Sankaracharya is Lord Shiva, he appeared in a few centuries ago to teach this impersonalism. Lord Shiva himself is a great devotee of the Lord, but he reintroduced the Vedas, which were thrown out by Lord Buddha. So, Asuram Bhavam Ashritaha, and the fourth Diskritina is the demoniac class of man. Dambo Darpo Abhimanascha, Kruda Parusham Evacha. Agyana Chabijatasya Partha Sampidim Asurim. That the demonic class of man, he's always proud. He thinks that he is the doer. He's proud, he's conceited, he has no humility, abhimani, he has no humility whatsoever. Krodha, he's always angry. Therefore, he's influenced by the mode of ignorance. He's always angry because his desires are never fulfilled, right? Jayato Vishayopam Sang Sangateshu Prajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama. He's full of lust. Simply, everything is simply for sense pleasure. And therefore, Kama Krodho Bijayate. He's always angry, disturbed, like this. So, Parushyam Evacha. He's also harsh. People nowadays, because of Kali Yuga, always harsh. Never gentle, always angry and rude. These are qualities of the demon. So, Kali is saying to Maharaj Parikshit, you're such a powerful king. Everything is going so nicely in your kingdom. Where can I stay? And we learned that Maharaj Parikshit, because he surrendered to the Lord, he surrendered to Maharaj Parikshit, then Maharaj Parikshit has to give him some place to live. So where is that place? Wherever there is gold. Wherever there is greed and money and material things. So we see that Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam taya parita chetasam vayasyatmaka buddhi navidiyate, that one whose mind is always involved in material accumulation and sense pleasure, that person can never understand devotional service to the Lord. Pumso triyo maitani bhavametam tayor eva hridaya granthi mahu. His heart is full of desires. He's always concocting all kinds of desires, how to enjoy and exploit the material world. Therefore, Krishna describes in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad-Gītā that demonic person, aneka chitta vibranta mohajala samavitaha They're caught up in a network of illusion, just like fish that are caught in the net of the fisherman. Prashakta kama bhogeshu. Prashakta kama bhogeshu. They're always trying to enjoy the senses. Kama bhogeshu. Full of lust and greed, and so on. Patanti narake sucho. They simply glide down to the hellish planets. As described in the 5th canto, there are all kinds of hellish planets. So Maharaj Parikshit, he actually saw Lord Krishna when he was in the womb of his mother Uttara, the wife of Abhimanyu, the son who is the son of Arjuna. And therefore, he was fully devotee of the Lord even within the womb. He was a pure devotee of the Lord, descendant of the Pandavas, of Yudhisthira Maharaj. Therefore, he imposed the performance of yagyas. He imposed the rules and regulations of dharma. Yagnatat karmanani yatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Unless one performs yagya, sacrifices something to the Lord, then lokoyam karma bandhanaha, he becomes bonded by the actions and reactions of his behavior. Tadarkam karma kunteya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. Istan bogan hivo deva tasante yagya bhavitaha. Tayardatana pradayebhyo yubungtustena eva saha. That those persons who do not worship the Lord, they don't respect God, they say there's no God, and they simply enjoy the fruits given by Krishna. He is supplying everything. All the fruits, the vegetables, oxygen, water, everything is being supplied by the Lord. Bhumi apo nalo vayu kamano buddhi evacha ahankara itiyame bina prakritam. That earth, air, fire, water, all the different elements, our senses, 10 senses, the elements, everything is supplied by the Lord. Therefore, in this verse it says that if we simply enjoy without offering it back to the Lord, then we are nothing but sustaina. We're thieves. So here in the age of Kali, people are enjoying that which belongs to Krishna. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Krishna says, I am the supreme proprietor of everything. He's God. He's the proprietor of everything. He creates everything, including all your brain substance, all your talents. Everything is supplied by the Lord. And therefore, it behooves us to understand how to please the Lord, how to become happy and satisfied. Human civilization. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam avatavati api. Namanyantas kuto nikaniyat shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava. That these words given by the great sages, handed down since Veda Vyasadeva 5,000 years ago, there are words which are meant to purify everyone and create a revolution in the world's misdirected civilization. So especially here in Kali Yuga, manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadruta. That in the age of Kali, prayana Palisha Shabde, Kalir Asmin Yuge Janaha, people are short-lived. Their life expectancy is maybe 100 years, even less. And Manda Sumanda, they don't think, what am I? Who am I? What am I? What is the purpose of my life? What happens at the time of death? Jara marana mokshaya mama shutya yatantite te brahma tad vidu kritsnam. Adhyatma karma chakilam. Krishna says in the 7th chapter of Gita, Jara marana mokshaya. The goal of life is to become free from this birth and death. Mama shritya yatantite. by taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. Sarvasichaham Ridishani Vishto. God is in everyone's heart. Adantaracha Paramanu Chiantarasta. God is in every atom and between the atom. And He's full of potencies. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natat shamascha vyadikastra jisyate. Sarvasya shaktir vividhai vyashuyate. Swabhavaki jnana bala kriya cha. In the Upanishads, it is said that all these shaktis, the heat of the sun, the movement of the air, the power inside a seed to make a banyan tree, a mango tree, an orange tree. All these are shaktis. No one can do it. No one can make a mango seed, produce life. This is all coming, it says, from the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is the origin of all beings and all things. Aham bija pradapita. Sarva yonishu kuntiya murtiya sambhavantiya tesham brahma mahadyonir. Aham bija pradapita. All the millions of species, 8,400,000 species of life, Krishna says, I'm the seed-giving Father. So what do? You try to please the Father. That is the goal of life. There's no such thing as a vacuum. Right? The Maya Aparita Jnana. Oh no, it's just a vacuum. We just merge and become one with the Brahma Jyoti. Where's the Brahma Jyoti coming from? The effulgence of the Lord. The sun's rays are coming from the Brahma Jyoti. Yasya Prabho Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Kotishu Ashesha Vashidari Vibhuti Vinam Tad Brahmanishkalam Ashesha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That this whole effulgence of the Lord, that is the Lord's effulgence, all the planets, spiritual and material, are contained within the effulgence of the Lord. In the 12th chapter of Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya vyayasya cha. That I am the foundation of the Brahma Jyoti. Sasvatasya chadharmasya. It is the truth, the absolute truth, Brahman. And then there's the Paramatma, right? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwan iti, Shabdyate. So everything is coming from the Lord. Everything is contained within His energy. People have to learn this. Without this knowledge, then nanu sochanti pandita. You're an unlearned person. You have no understanding. Pandit means to know. Gatasun agatasun cha. Know the difference between my body and myself. That is the first lesson. And where are people learning this in this age of Kali? Are people learning this thing? You go to university, I have PhD. I can manipulate some chemicals, make some life. They have no idea how to make life. They're lying to the young people. All the universities, oh yes, Darwin's theory. Life came from chemicals. No, it's all lies. Manda sumanda batayo. They're all cheating. Moga shamoga karmano, moga jnana vichetisaha. Raksashim asurim chaiva, prakritim mohinim shritaha. Krishna says, mogasha moga karmana. By their activities, they're bewildered. They're bewildered. And by the external energy of the Lord. Daivihi esha gunamai mama maya dhiratya. That every living being is born into illusion, right? Icha dvesha samuttena dvandva mohena bharata. We're born into illusion, overwhelmed by the dualities, sarva bhuteshu samoham. We're bewildered by the dualities of desire and hate. So we have to learn how to transcend this mind. The mind is always sochati kankshati, is hankering for something and it's lamenting, oh, I got a Mercedes, now I have to pay all the payments every month, I have to insure it. Oh, I got $1 million house, now I have to pay them. We're simply trapped, mohajala. We're like fish caught in the net of illusion. Therefore, how do we transcend? How do we get out of this trap? We don't reject anything. Well, we see Krishna in everything. Yomam pasyati sarvasya sarvam chamayi pasyate. Sa chamena pranashyati. This means the one who sees Krishna in everything and everything in Krishna. And Krishna says, I'm never lost to him, he's never lost to me. So when Prahlad Maharaj was standing there, as far as, who is this person? I've tried to kill you, Prahlad. His father tried to poison him, threw him in a pot of boiling oil, threw him off a cliff, put him under the feet of an elephant, threw him in the ocean. Still he was living. He's chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Kirtana deva Krishnasya mukta sangha param vaja. Krishna says, I'll protect my devotee under all circumstances. So Prahlad was standing there and his father was very angry. Oh, I have to kill you. You're so foolish that you don't surrender to me. You think there's someone greater than me. Even when I raise my eyebrows, all the demigods tremble. Even Narada Muni said that in the presence of Hiranyakashipu, I had to offer homage to Hiranyakashipu. All the demigods were hiding. Hiranyakashipu, he occupied the heaven planets of Indra. He was living in the Nandana gardens of Indra, the celestial gardens. He was enjoying all kinds. He kidnapped the princesses from the Nagalokas. He was ruling the entire universe. Who is this God? I am God. And so he said, is he in the pillar? And Father, he's everywhere. So Hiranyakashi, he smashed the pillar. Prahlad could see Lord Nrsingadev appeared in the pillar and said, don't worry, Prahlad, I've got you. And Prahlad looked in the pillar, he saw Lord Nrsingadev, and suddenly Hiranyakashipu heard a huge sound, like thunder. He said, what is this? Then he saw half man, half lion. And the Lord came out, and eventually he ripped him up, put him on his lap, and he ripped him apart. The Lord always protects his devotees. Kunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. That the Lord says in Bhagavad-Gītā, declare it boldly, Arjuna, that my devotee is never vanquished. Devotee is always thinking of the Lord. Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaya. Yapriyanti chamad bhavam. He attains my abode once he dies. He's thinking of me. He will go to the spiritual abode. He will go to Krishna. That is Krishna's promise to us. How do we get there? It begins by Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, by chanting these names of God, especially this chant Mahamantra in the age of Kali, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, Purno Shuddho Nityo Mukta Vinadvam Prananamine. That this name of God and God are non-different. It is very powerful. It is Chintamani. It is touchstone. It purifies you to the point where you have no more material desires. All your desires are simply to please the Lord, the Supreme Lord. That is the highest. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmanam. Shraddhavam bhajate yomam. Same yukta. Of all the different kinds of yogis, Krishna says, one who is always invests his mind, his intelligence, all his senses in me, with great faith and determination. He says, Same yuktatamo. He is the superior to all the different types of yogis. This is the highest form, the highest, most superlative practice of yoga, Bhakti Yoga. He says it clearly in the Bhagavad-Gītā. Maya vesha manoye mam, nitya yukta upasate, shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Same yuktatamo mata. Again he says, yuktatamo. He is the highest of all. One who is Maya vesha manoye mam, whose mind is always fixed on me. Nitya yukta, always offering his respects, always remembering Krishna. Shraddhavan paryo, he has full faith that he is the eternal servant of God. and his purpose in life, how to please the Lord. Simple living, high thinking. Although Hiranyakashipu had so much power and wealth, ultimately, Mrityu Samsara Vartmani, Krishna says, I come as death personified, take everything away. He's known as Hari. Hari means one who takes everything away. He takes all our material possessions, everything away. So if we're trying to serve Krishna, then we have to give up all these material attachments. Vitaraga, Bhaya, Krodha, Manmaya, Bhavaman, Buddha. We have to become free from attachment and all these unwanted things within our hearts. That is the purpose of this chanting of Hare Krishna. It is the prescribed yoga, prescribed dharma in the age of Kali, in the age of quarrel. So much horrible things going on. And Krishna is describing in Bhagavad-Gītā, demoniac mentality, demonic people, Adobi Janavan Asmi, Asomaya Hata Shatru, Adobi Janavan Asmi, Konostu Sadrisham Maya, Yasye Dasyami Modishya. Even people, they worship some god, they say, oh, I'm religious, but they don't follow properly. Just like Maharaj Barhishmat. He was a descendant of Dhruva Maharaj, and he was doing so many yagyas, so much havan, so much this yagya, that yagya, karma kanda, for some material benefit. So Narada Muni approached him, he said, look, you're a descendant of Dhruva Maharaj, the great, great devotee of the Lord. At the age of 5, he became a lover of Krishna. He said, forget about all this karma kanda stuff. And then Narada Muni gave him a vision, and he saw all the animals he was sacrificing. He said, they will come and kill you. After your death, you have to pay the price. Everything has to be balanced out. You do something sinful, you get a reaction. Every action, there's a reaction. So, Maharaj Barhisman, he was described how this Puranjana, a king, was living in the city of 9 gates. So he's describing how the soul is in this body. It's a city of 9 gates. And the heart is like the center of the city, a big garden. He saw a big garden. Gardens blooming different flowers, that's our material desires. I have this desire, that. It goes on and on and on. Unlimited desires. It never ends. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma yad indriya priteya aprinoti. Means that we become mad to fulfill different desires. I want this, I want that. I want to enjoy here and there, more and more and more. Never satisfied. It is never lust is never satisfied, these material desires. So he's showing that this garden full of flowers, it is unlimited desires. How to become free from these material desires? Desire to please Krishna. Machita madgata prana bodhayantas parasparam. Katyanta chamam nityam. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Krishna says, my devotees, their lives are devoted to me. Their mind is always dwelling on me. Katayantas, they're always chanting Hare Krishna. They're always chanting the names of God. Katayantas, they're always describing the transcendental instructions of the Lord, the great avatars of the Lord, so many avatars of the Lord. We can go on, just like they made a movie about Lord Nrsingadev. I think it came here in the West also. I saw it in Calcutta. And therefore, Tushyanti, we become satisfied within. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktira dokshaje. Ahoy tuki apratiyata yayat masuprasidati. That if we engage in the serving the Lord 24 hours a day, without any interruption, sometimes we serve the Lord, we chant our rounds. Oh, I have to hurry up and finish my rounds. I have a movie to watch, or I have this to do, that to do, in this way. No, we always want to chant nicely to the Lord. The Lord is dancing on our tongues when we chant the name of God. Nama Chintamani Krishna, right? The Lord is dancing on our tongues. Kali Kalir Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. The Lord appears in His form, in His name. He appears that way and He's dancing on our tongue. So gradually as we make more and more advancement, the mind becomes fully controlled. We become nishta, fixed in devotional service, and then ruchi. Then we have a taste for the holy name. We actually tushyanti cha, ramanti cha, Rama, pleasure. We taste the pleasure of devotion to Krishna. We taste the pleasure of glorifying the Lord. We taste the pleasure of hearing His wonderful pastimes and activities. And of course, we have to do some varna and some ashram. So varna means occupational activities. And yasya lakshanam proktam pumso varna vijam yukam yadyanyatrapi drishye tattaneva vinir dishet. The Avadhuta tells Prahlad Maharaj in the 7th canto that it's not by birth. Not that, oh, I'm born in a Brahmin family, therefore I'm a Brahmin. No, whatever your guna, whatever your qualities are, whatever your talents are, you could be Kshatri, administrator, soldier, warrior, martial person, Vaishya, business, trader, farmer, Sudra, laborer, blue collar, welder, it doesn't matter. Brahmin, intellectual, like this, whatever your qualities. Krishna says, Chaturvarna Mayashasham Guna Karma Vibhagasha. It doesn't matter what you are, what qualities you are, simply use everything in the service of the Lord. Yasya lakshanam proktam. Depending on your laksha, your qualities, you engage for Krishna. But, he says, the Avadhuta is telling Prahlad, Vivairagya sarvakamebhya shikshito me madhuvratat kripchatan anuvatvidam anyo harir patim. It means that I have learned from the bumblebee renunciation, detachment, viragya sarvakamebhya, of all material desires. The bumblebee works so hard and he makes so much honey, but the beekeeper comes and he takes away all the honey. And the bumblebee doesn't complain, he doesn't protest. So the Avadhuta is lying there and he's telling Prahlad, Viraga sarvakamebhya shikshito me madhuvratat shikshi. I learned from the bumblebee how to be detached from everything. Things are coming, things are going. Nimana moha jita shanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivita kama vanver vimoksha sukha sukha samger gachanti amuda paramavyam ta. The devotee of the Lord, he sees all the dualities, gain and loss, honor, dishonor, fame and infamy, happiness, distress, birth and death. It's all the world of duality. He doesn't mind. He just, gachanti amuda. At the time of death, he becomes completely clear in his mind. Now I have to remember Krishna. How? Because you have to have a taste for the holy name. That is called ruchi, taste. Rati. Rati means you have some attachment to God. And so it's emotional. Just like God has feelings, we also have feelings. So this prema bhakti is divine love. Everyone's writing about love. Every movie, every book. Oh, this person, he's such a nice, he fell in love. But love is material. It's actually not real love. Divine love is something else, the love for Krishna. Described by the great Goswamis of India, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta. These are great Goswamis. They're great personalities. They came 500 years ago to spread this prema bhakti, love of God in devotion to the Lord. Yat karoshi adashanasi, yat jahosi dadasi, yat tapasvasi kontiya tat kurushu madarchanam. Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you offer and give away, whatever austerities you perform, whatever charity you perform, do it in devotion to me. So we don't say, oh, I'm going to go live in the Himalayas, live in a cave in the Himalayas, be a big yogi. No, that's not practical. Even Arjuna told Krishna 5,000 years ago, Yoyam yogas tvaya proktam samyana madhusudanaha. He says this yoga process, sitting in a cave in the Himalayas, I can't do it. Chanchala imana Krishna. He says the mind is so restless and so obstinate and so hard. Vira is like controlling the mind. So Krishna says, yeah, I have the solution, Bhakti Yoga. He says, forget about this austerity. So this is what we do. We yat karoshi, we do everything for the Lord. Everything we eat, we offer first to Krishna. And Krishna doesn't accept non-veg. Thank you very much. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta prayashyati. He says, offer me with love and devotion, a leaf, fruit, flower, nice dairy products, grains like this. Sattvic. We're cultivating sattva gun. Karmana sukritasyahu, sattvikam nirmalam phalam. When we cultivate the mode of goodness, by decreasing our material desires, I don't have to have a Lamborghini to go from A to B. I don't have to make a big show to people that I have a multi-million-dollar house. No, we should do a yagya dana tapakarma. Krishna says, if you do some dan to me, if you do some yagya for me, if you do some tapasya for me, tapasya means denial of the pleasures, the luxuries that we see here in Canada, the US, rich people trying to be richer and richer. So tapasya means it doesn't give me any satisfaction. So, Yavad briyata jataram tavat svatvam hidehinam adikam yo bimanyita sustaina dandamarti. The Avaduta tells Prahlad in the 7th canto, the one should accept as much as needed. Yavat briyata jataram tavat svatvam hidehinam. Dehinam, the body. Take enough for your body and soul. If you take more, he says, sustaina danham. Stena means a thief. Danha means you will be punished. If you take more, if you're greedy, and you think, oh, now I have so much fame, so much name, I own so much this and that, I have the most luxurious food to eat. Like this is all different obstacles on the path of bhakti, on the path of devotional service. So, Prabhupada mentions in the purport, Lord Nrsimhadev kills Hiranyakashipu. He says Hiranyakashipu was so proud of his opulence and power and everything. But Prabhupada said devotees, they live simple. They practice some austerity. If they have more than enough, they give in charity to the mission of the Lord, pleasing the Lord in this way. Then Krishna reciprocates from within the heart, right? Tesham ivanukam partam maham jnana jamtamaha nashamatmyatma bhavasto jnana deepena. I give the light from within the heart, jnana deepena, the light of knowledge. You become happy within, enlightened within, illuminated within. You transcend the modes of passion and ignorance. Rajani etani jayante vivide bhartarshava. Mode of passion means you cannot, just more and more things, like I have to have this, I have to have that. My children, they should get master's degree. No, Krishna says, yoga, I take care of you, don't worry. I take care of you. Whatever is written in the womb, that is what you get. Karmana daiva nature na deho jantu papatya. Striyo pravishtamadara. Pumse raita kanashraya. Prahlad Maharaj tells us, Kapila Dev tells Mother Devahuti, Lord Kapila Dev, incarnation of Krishna, says, based on your previous activities, karmana daivanechaya, and the hand of God, de papataya, Śrīla Prabhupāda, your soul enters in to the semina, and then it enters into the womb of your mother. And your future is already, how much misery, everything is predestined in the womb. It's already written in the womb. So don't try over-endeavor. Pratyahara. Pratyahara means over-endeavoring for things that are difficult to get. Oh, that guy, he's Elon Musk. I want to be like him. No, this is atyahara prayashasya. Prayashas means over-endeavoring. You know, just do your duty. Take care. Krishna is helping us. There are 5 factors of action, and the most important one is this Supreme Lord. Without the Lord's sanction, not even a blade of grass can move. So Krishna is saying, engage all your activities under my guidance, under my protection, and I will always help you like this, right? Therefore, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. Krishna, he showed Arjuna, I'm not just your friend. You thought I was your friend. Sometimes you put your arm around my shoulder. Sometimes we sit in bed joking around. He was Krishna's Shaka. But then, time to enlighten you, Krishna showed him his Virat Rup, universal form, 11th chapter. And Arjuna was so fearful. All the gods, Kiratas, Nagas, Gandharvas, Yakshas, all the different types of beings throughout the universe are contained in Krishna. And he showed this Virat Rup. Arjuna, oh, please show me your personal form. This is too fearful. Arjuna was so afraid. Krishna is showing him. He says, Kalosmi, time I am the destroyer of the world. I have come to engage all you on this battlefield. Except for you, the Pandavas, everyone on this battlefield will be killed by me. Why? Paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya chaduskritam. Dharma samstapanartaya samvivami yuge yuge. Krishna said, when the world becomes overburdened by demoniac persons, then Krishna has to come, or he sends his representative to release the world from all the suffering. Krishna is so kind to us. Patita Pavana. He is the friend of the fallen. He is so merciful. He wants us to go back to the spiritual world. So Arjuna saw this form, and then Krishna showed the four-armed form that Vishnu comes from Krishna, Shankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and one other one. Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudev, quadruple expansions of Lord Balaram. And then Krishna showed his two-armed form to Arjuna, is that he has a human-like form, right? Avajananti mamudha manusham tanamashriha. Manusham, he has a human-like form. We're made in the image of God. So then Arjuna saw this form. Krishna says, Naam veda na tapasa nadanena nachejaya. Nasakyam chetam Arjuna. Justavan asimam yata. Says, you cannot see me by study of the Vedas. So many people study the Vedas, they don't know the conclusion of the Vedas, how to love God. They're big scholars in India. Oh, I'm God, you're God, we're all God. They come to America and they teach, you're all God, I'm an incarnation of God, give me some money. This is going on, right? Foolish people follow them. So he says, Naham Veda na tapasa. You can do a lot of tapasya still without doing it for Krishna. And he says, you won't realize me. Na danena, you give in charity, so much charity. Even big demons like Ravana, he used to give so much charity. Karna, he gave so much charity for the wrong purpose. Na danena nachejaya, ijya, worship. People worship this, worship that for material benefits. Kamastas Ritagyana, Papadyanteniya Devata. Krishna said people worship all the gods. Their intelligence is faulty. Because Krishna He is the source of everything, including whatever the gods are giving you. Lord Surya, Bhagawan, Lord Shiva. It all ultimately comes from Krishna. Ijjaya, worshipping. He says, Nasakyam evancha, you cannot see me in this way. Bhaktastu ananyaya shakya, aham evam vidarjuna. Gatum drastum chatatvena, praveshtum cha parantapa. He says, you can see and know me only by devotional service, which is devoid of any material desire. That means subtle desire also. We come to the Krishna consciousness movement, we come here, we learn a great devotee as, teaching us, is going to uplift us out of this place and give us pure bhakti. But in the assembly of devotees, we think, I want to be the head guy. Janam. Janam means followers. I want some disciples. This is also material desire. I want some knowledge, jnana, desire for jnana. I want to be known as a great scholar. That is also material desire. So ananya means no desire for fame, no desire for power, no desire for followers. As Lord Chaitanya said, no desire for moksha. Mama janmani janmani. I don't even care if I go back to the spiritual world and have the same form as the Lord, have the association of the Lord, live on the same planet of the Lord, same opulence as the Lord, the 5 types of mukti, I don't even want. Just let me remember that Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Dasa Das Anudas. Simply allow me to be a servant of the devotees of the Lord, who is the Lord of the gopis. This is the highest form of bhakti, is that of the gopis. Uddhava, he went to Vrindavan from Mathura. Krishna sent him with a message. My dear gopis, my dear friends, I can never repay you for your devotion. Your devotion is the only payment that you can have, is your devotion to me. That's our payment. Pure devotion to Krishna. That is the salary we get. So Uddhava went there. He's a great devotee of the Lord. He has the same features as Krishna. He's bluish, very beautiful. Gopi said, oh, Krishna's come back. And then oh no, that's not Krishna. Must be a good friend. And Uddhava said, oh, just see, Radharani, she's lying on the ground. Uddhava went back and told Krishna, her heart is burning out of separation, just like an earthen box of molten gold. She is burning. Devotee of the Lord is burning for Krishna. When will I see you again? One moment is like 12 years or more. We read it every day. Yugaitam nimeshana chakshusha prabhishayita shunyaitam. The world seemed vacant without remembering you, without seeing you. So Uddhava saw such great devotion in the gopis that he thought, okay, my prayer is that I become a clump of grass in Vrindavan, and the gopis will step on me, and I'll get their mercy. Naishamati stavadurukam spishati anartapagamo yadarta. Mahiyasam raja bhajopashekam niskinchananam. If we can get the dust from the lotus feet of the devotees who are niskinchananam, they're not entangled with these material desires. No material, they're full of love for God. If we can get some of that dust on our head, this is the verse, this is the prayer. So Uddhava took birth as a clump of grass. If you go to Vrindavan, there's a place called Kusham Sarovar. It's a beautiful lake there in Vrindavan. One king, he built a big building there, a big temple there. There's a lake, you take bath. The gopis used to go there and pick different flowers for Krishna, make garlands for Krishna. Behind there you'll see a little mandir, a little shrine. And this is where Uddhav was worshipping the gopis. And if you go there, take some dust, because this is Uddhav Kunj. It's called Uddhav Kunj. Everyone went to see Krishna. Everyone wanted to see Krishna and the gopis. Narada Muni went there. And Vrinda Devi, who is the assistant of Krishna in his Leela, Vrinda went and said, look, Narada Muni, you're in a male body. You can't come and see the gopis dancing with Krishna. So she said, you can enter this kunda and you will take the form of a gopi. So Narada Muni, behind Uddhav Kunj, there is Nard Kunj. At Nard Kunj, Narada Muni took a bath there, came out as a gopi, so that he could participate in the Leela. Param Brahm, Param Dham, Pavitram, Pavitram Idam Uttamam, Prakshaksham Vagamam Dharmyam, Ahustam Rishaya Sarve, Deva Rishi Naradas Tata. The great rishis, they say that Krishna is Param Brahm, Param Dham, the supreme shelter, the supreme absolute truth, the supreme pure, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam, the supreme of everything. I don't say, Ahustam Rishaya Sarve, Deva Rishi Naradas Tata. All the Deva Rishis, they say that Narada Muni, Asita Devala, all the great rishis say that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So I will stop here and open up for comments and questions. Everyone has to go. It's 9:10. Hare Krishna. Satriyakal. So if there are any comments or questions, I'm sorry I went over. My dear brother, spiritual, divine God brother, Jai Govinda Prabhu, if you'd like to say, comment.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I don't really have any questions. Another comment, another jaw-dropping class. I'm completely amazed is that it's like you turn on this switch and all this nectar just comes out. And it's everything you're saying, you're making a reference. I have never heard anybody give as many quotes during a class as you do. During a class, honestly.
Parrot.
I don't think it can be because it just comes out too naturally. So anyway, thank you. Another great class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
It's on.
I just have one comment. I heard in Bodhiram Sai Maharaj's class in San Diego Temple, he was telling that
Purijan?
Bodhiram Swami Maharaj.
Bhadri Narayan Maharaj, okay.
He gave an example of PhD. He said PhD means permanent humility disorder.
That's super. That's quite good. Good acronym. One person I met, he had a PhD. He said, peon highly developed. So all these material education and material opulence, Janma, Aishvarya, Shuddha Shribir, these are the 4 qualities of materialistic civilization. High birth or birth in a very wealthy family or wealthy country, Janma, Aishvarya. Aishvarya means opulence, material opulence. Shruta means high learning, material education. Shribir means beautiful body. These are all obstacles on the path of devotional service, according to Queen Kunti. She says, you cannot address the Lord with affection. You cannot be open to pure devotion to Krishna if you were trying to, high education, really proud about your beautiful Canadian body, American body, whatever. And, I go to the gym. My body's so nice. High learning. I have master's degree in engineering. I'm a doctor. She says these things are actually like screens on the mind. like dust on the mind. They're screens which blind us from seeing how insignificant we are and how dangerous this world is. This world is full of dangers. You know, at any time we can get hit by a car, at any time we can get cancer or something, COVID. It's full of danger. Dukkhalayam is full of misery. So people are very proud and they forget, you know, how vulnerable we are. And therefore we need to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. Whether it's, we say Krishna, some may say Jehovah, but we have to follow properly, you know, Muhammad, Buddha, all the various sects that are there. But the idea is how to serve God purely. That is what we're offering. You know, follow the 4 principles of Dharma. That Kali is breaking every day. He's breaking the 4 legs of Dharma, the bull. Illicit sex, gambling, meat eating, intoxication. Have some more like this and people become very unfortunate by these activities. So thank you very much. No comments? No more comments? Then we can take prasadam.
Hare Krishna, do you remember?
Okay, what? You have a question or comment?
Yes, thank you for the class, very nice class. I really appreciate it. And I remember, you know, like when I was at the, you know, Yatra and the Shanagati, I remember the chanting and the Sankirtan movement, and that's, you know, I'm not initiated in the way they chant every day. And I appreciate that chanting when we're doing the Shanagati. But I have a question, because you live in India and you know, which question is because you know, the Dharma movement is for everyone, and I heard that the kind of rations are a little bit different, they're separated, they are not like, especially Mayapur, they kind of think, you know, they have their own movement, and I just wonder why that separation in the Russia?
Yeah, the sound is very distorted, so you're asking about a different movement.
No different movement. It's about the Russians are separated from the, you know, Chaitanya. I mean, they are in a movement, but they are in some way not, you know, they have their own, they are separated from I don't know how it is, but they are. Do you understand me?
Well, there are many different branches on the tree of Lord Chaitanya. So there are many different branches of the Vaishnava movement going on. Of course, the ISKCON movement is by far the most prominent movement, distributing Bhakti Yoga all over the world. The mission.
That's what I'm talking about, the ISKCON movement. And, but within the ISKCON, it seems like the Russians are you know, put aside.
Yeah, very difficult to understand. The sound is distorted. I can't understand what you're saying.
I don't know, are you going to be at 2 o'clock today for the Sankirtana?
Actually, today we're going out, weather permitting, downtown to chant the holy names of the Lord at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so I'll come and then I'll present it.
Okay, George and Granville, 2:30.
Nice class, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Unless someone can repeat the question to me, I'm not able to. You have to speak clearly and very slowly. What's your question? Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Speaking, who's speaking? Oh.
There is a question in the chat box. Can I read it or somebody there to read for you?
No one's here now.
Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, as devotees, we accept austerity and practice self-control to please Krishna. While many materialistic people seem to enjoy comfort and luxury, the question is, how can we keep our mind inspired, steady, and free from attraction or discouragement, so that we happily remain fixed on the path of Bhakti?
Lord Chaitanya, he told Haridas Thakur that while chanting the holy name, you have to take this shloka, Trinadapi Sunechena Toror Api Sahishnuna Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sahari. You have to be humbler than the straw on the street, more tolerant than the tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, ready to offer all respects to others, without expecting any respect in return. In such a humble state of mind, you will be qualified by Krishna to chant his holy name. You're chanting the name of God, Krishna, he's there. But if you are not humble and tolerant, and you commit offenses, then you'll never get the benefit of the holy name. So this is the first requirement, is we feel ourselves insignificant persons, Lord and a straw on the street. The straw is very insignificant, but we're lower than the straw. So in this way, we become qualified to receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Nitai pada kamalayor, koti chandra shushitala, HII jagajurayai. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, you can never taste the nectar of the holy name. Lord Nityananda is the original Guru. He is Guru Tattva. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, servitor. He's always serving his brother Krishna. He is all Krishna's Tadiya. Krishna's paraphernalia is all an incarnation of Lord Balaram, who is Lord Nityananda. So to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, that verse is quoted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was so humble that they were trying to kill him. They were beating him with whips. And all the people were so sorry, all the Vaishnavas. He's going to die. Usually, one who gets whipped by these constables, they die within a few marketplaces. But Haridas Thakur, he told the Qazi, you can cut my body to pieces, but I'll never stop chanting the holy names of the Lord. And when he was being beaten and tortured, he was praying, Lord Krishna, please let me take all their sinful reactions. Let them go back to Godhead. Please not only forgive them, but you let me take their sinful reactions of beating me. In this way, Lord Chaitanya could not send his Sudarshan chakra to kill the constables, because Haridas Thakur's prayers were so humble and so powerful that Sudarshan chakra was being pushed away, couldn't come there. So like this, if someone offends us, we have to be Shama. We have to forgive them and pray for them. So many times we're preaching, during Prabhupada's time especially, we're preaching very strongly. People were beating us. Police were harassing us, putting us in jail. But we took the humility's position and said, let these police not get any reaction for incarcerating. If someone would beat us, Krishna, please forgive them. Let me take their sin for reaction. This is devotee. He doesn't want a vengeance. He doesn't want revenge like this. So, this is the mentality if you want to be successful and chant for the next, until you die. So many people come to Krishna consciousness, stay for 10, 20 years, 30 years, but if they don't have the right attitude, the humble attitude, the tolerant attitude, they go away. And they wasted their opportunity to develop prema bhakti. Hino vino nite bai, Radha Krishna poiti noi. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, by following this process in a humble way, you can never understand the love of Radha and Krishna, which is our goal. Rupa Goswami describes Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, how the goal of life, how to love God, how to come to the stage of pure love for Krishna. That is our only goal. Nothing else. We have no other desire but this, become a lover of God. And that will take us through a lot of tests. Krishna is always testing us. We do not want to fail the tests. We want to accept every tatenu kampam shushamikshmano bunjane vatmakritam vipakam rigvag vapudir vividan namaste jivete yomukti pade sadayabha. Rupa Goswami says, the devotee accepts all types of punishment and obstacles and adverse conditions as Krishna's mercy. And he sees it, that Krishna, I am yours in any situation. You may treat me roughly by your embrace, but I will accept you as my Lord and Master. No problem. So that is the secret of remaining under the lotus feet of Śrīla Prabhupāda. That is the secret. To keep the mind under control by humility and tolerance and cooperation and serving. Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor Dasa Das Anudas. I'm the eternal servant of the devotees of the Lord. That is all. Hare Krishna, I have to go now. It's 9:30. So that is my final question taking.
Saraswati Mataji wants to say something. Are you there, Saraswati Mataji?
Hare Krishna, pranams. I just wanted to say that most high-ranking officials in the military would state that it's sheer foolishness to spare an enemy that has no integrity, because that enemy will only stab you in the back. So some people might argue that releasing Kali is not really a very smart thing to do.
Yes, but this is his turn. His time is here. This is the honor of Kshatriya Dharma, that if someone surrenders to you, you're not allowed to kill them. This is in the Smritis, in different scriptures. They have Stri Dharma, Kshatri Dharma, different dharmas. So, Prinkat Maharaj had to forgive And the age of Kali is being arranged ultimately by God. Everything is ultimately arranged by God. So even Kali Yuga, to fulfill the most degraded desires of human society, Krishna has also given the Iron Age. Kali Yuga is the Iron Age. But Kaler dosha nide rajan asir eko mahadganan kirtanad eva Krishnasya mukta sangha paramajat. Kali Yuga is here, but there's a great benefit. Advaita Acharya, he told Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, you know, you came as Lord Ram and you killed Ravana, you killed the Rakshasas. You came as Lord Varaha and you killed Hiranyaksha. You came as Hayagriva, you saved the Vedas. In this way, so many avatars have come. As Krishna, you killed Kansa and Jarasandha and Bhaumasura. But actually, the best avatar is you as Lord Chaitanya. Because you don't kill anyone. You simply give even the demons, you give them your mercy. You give love of God to everyone you met. Everyone was given. Even they were unqualified, inimical. Prakashananda Saraswati offended Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya still, he was so merciful. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Doya Koramore, he's full of compassion. Mosamo Patita Pabru Napai Beara. Lord Chaitanya is the incarnation of Krishna, who is the most merciful, and he's giving us pure prema. Even we are demonic. We're full of pride, full of anger, full of this, full of that. Still, the Lord says, here, take prema bhakti. So Advaita Acharya said, you are the best of all incarnations. You're the most merciful. You are the greatest. So even Kali Yuga, we have this benefit in Kali Yuga. We're given mercy. Even though we eat cows, unmitigated killing of cows, we are engaging in gambling, intoxication, illicit connections. Still, Lord Chaitanya comes and gives his mercy. So, there's some hope in Kali Yuga. So take advantage of this Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya in the age of Kali. Take advantage of it, take it seriously, and try to spread the name of the Lord. Prabhupada said book distribution is the most important item in spreading the mission of the Lord. So, Vajra Purnim, try to give a gift of Srimad Bhagavatam to someone. Do something for the mission of Lord Chaitanya. One Haridas Thakur, when he was in jail, he was put in jail. They said, why don't you just chant quietly to yourself in a kutir? Why do you have to go and give Nam Sankirtan, Nagar Sankirtan? Haridas Thakur told them, a man who takes care of himself and supplies food for himself, that's good. But you can't compare him to the man who not only eats, but he also distributes food to thousands of people. Isn't he better? That was Haridas Thakur's argument. So like that, we want to help ourselves. We also want to help others. This is the missionary movement, and Madhyamadikari means the middle path is to give Krishna consciousness to the innocent. Gosti Anandi. Don't be Bhajan Anandi. Gostini Anandi is preferable. Try to give Krishna consciousness. Give a book to someone you know and introduce them to Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.